Today I have a selection of some more great new everyday carry gear that has arrived here at the channel, which I think you're going to like. So lock up your credit cards and avoid following the links to all the products featured, which I've put in the description down below. This is the brand new T33 Aviator mini sling from Tomtoc. Now Tomtoc have held the value title in slings with us for some time now with this one, the 4-litre compact EDC sling. Now I can see straight away the emphasis has shifted a little bit away from pure value here, because both of these cost the same at around £36 or dollars, and this new one is obviously a lot smaller, but I still think this sling offers good value when you look at the quality and the features on offer. The material here is a 200D water resistant nylon, which is lightweight and tough and flexible, and the quality of the stitching throughout is top notch with bar tack stitching at the stress points. All the zips here are YKK, which is great to see, with double zip pulls on the main compartment and nice easy to grab zip pulls all round. Now it has to be said that these are not waterproof AquaGuard zippers, which we often see these days, so I'd be tucking this bag out of the way in heavy rain. But the upside of this is that all the zips here run super smoothly, as you can see. The strap here is the usual tough seatbelt material, and the plastic buckle is familiar and, whilst not being particularly exciting, still does a good job. At the front of the bag we have a couple of attachment points, which is nice to see, and I approve of the minimal branding we see here. The lining throughout this sling is orange, which I really like, and it adds to the overall look and makes the contents more visible. We have a zip compartment at the back, which will take a passport and a wallet, keeping them more out of the way, and it will also just take my iPhone 15 Pro in a case. And at the front we have another compartment, and this time it has a bit of volume, and this will also take my iPhone with a bit of room to spare, but it's probably better suited to keys, with a key leash for a bit of extra security, and then perhaps a couple of snacks. Then we have the main compartment with this dividing panel to separate your stuff, and also a zip pocket with a stretchy mesh front, which is ideal for sunglasses. The rest of the space is then free to use how you like it, which I actually prefer. I do like a bit of organisation, but not too much. And in my view, a sling bag of this size is really a place to put your stuff when your pockets can't cope. And as the weather gets warmer and clothing material gets thinner and pockets get more flimsy, this then comes into its own. And for me, that would be a phone, a wallet, something like a Victorinox knife, a small flashlight, glasses, maybe a cleaning cloth, AirPods, a power bank, and maybe a small cable, and perhaps a notebook. And if you had a get me out of trouble kit, which I like to do, then this does start to get a bit too full. And when you think about it, if you have all your things in here, you have to be super careful you don't leave it behind or lose it. Now personally, I would carry my phone separately so I don't have all my eggs in one sling, and I'd make sure there's an AirTag in here somewhere just in case. So all in all, this looks great. It's nicely featured and really well made, and comes in at that decent £36 or dollars price, and is a great way to carry your EDC essentials. This is the new Seinxon Apple Find My tracking card, and it's similar to one we've seen before, which is this one. And the USP of this one was that it recharges when most super thin finders are disposable. And that was good to see, but you did need this charging clip in order to charge it, and that meant something else to lose. Now this new one gets around that problem by utilising standard inductive or Qi charging. So assuming you already have one of those for your phone or perhaps your AirPods, then you are sorted. No bespoke charger or cable is required. You just drop this on your existing wireless charger for an hour or so and you're good for around 6 months of use, and Apple Find My will alert you when the tracker needs recharging. And there are also a couple of LED lights in here to show you the charging status. So you connect this to your Apple Find My app like you would an AirTag and you're good to go. And then if you leave your wallet behind, you get an alert on your phone, and if you lose it, you can hopefully locate it again, with all iPhones in the area able to help locate it for you. And when you get close, you can trigger a sound like this to help you find it. Now this does also work with Seinxon's own Android app, and that's based on old school Bluetooth separation technology, but it's a very poor substitute compared with what Apple offers. The good news though is that I understand that Android are working on their own version of the Apple Find My technology, so hopefully they will have something comparable soon. Other things to note about this device is that it's very thin, 1.5 millimeters in fact, which is the thinnest I've seen so far. Although with these squared off edges, that is quite deceptive, and it doesn't look as thin as my rolling square Aircard, although it is in fact 0.5 millimeter thinner, and it also weighs 2/3 of the weight at just 12 grams. And we're also told this can act as an RFID blocker when put alongside other cards in your wallet. And Seinxon also make a luggage tag version 2, which is smaller, as you can see, than the credit card version, but it's also quite a bit thicker as well. And this also employs wireless charging. And as for prices, the credit card version is around £30 or dollars, and the luggage tag version is around 25. This is the Method mini pen from a company called And Hand, and it's been designed specifically for everyday carry with a really nice compact but usable 4-inch size and a lightweight aluminium construction, and it comes in at just 15 grams or half an ounce. The mechanism is smooth and quick. Simply twist in one movement to expose or retract the nib, and it has quite an addictive action. And it's nicely made from machined metal and uses a standard Parker G2 type refill. A quality Schmidt rollerball is included. And if you prefer something a bit weightier, then there is a brass version, and this comes in at 35 grams or 1.2 ounces, so more than twice as heavy, which adds an extra element of style, and this will nicely patina over time. And this recently won Writing Instrument of the Year at the Stationery Matters Award in London. Now there's no pocket clip here, which is I think why the design works so well, so this will be better suited to a pen loop or something like a Sling Bag pen sleeve. And the lightweight version here would make a great addition to one of my compact travel kits and makes a nice change from the more usual Fisher Space Pen. And as for the price, the aluminium version here costs £42 and the brass version is £52, so around $40 to $50. This is the new Carbo 10,000 Powerbank from Nitecore. Now Nitecore make my favourite powerbank, which is the NB 10,000 Gen 2, and this features in most of my kits because it offers 10,000 milliamp hour capacity, which will charge my iPhone 15 Pro around 2 times, and this weighs only 150 grams, and I've not found another powerbank that combines low weight, high capacity, quality and small size quite as well as this one. This new Carbo 10,000 though does come very close to stealing the crown. The Carbo is fully wrapped in a carbon fibre reinforced polymer, which gives it a smooth and better looking appearance, whereas the original is very squared off and flat-sided and marries carbon fibre reinforced polymer panels with a GRP frame. And this new version, we are told, is much tougher as a result of that fully wrapped construction, and that's ideal if there's a risk of any physical damage. And if that's your priority, then this one is really hard to beat. As far as the tech specs go though, these are the same 3 battery level indicator lights and switch, the same low current mode with a white LED indicator, which is to charge things like earbuds, which draw so little current when charging that other power banks might shut down midway through. And size wise, they're pretty much the same too, with the Carbo being about 1mm thicker and also around 7 grams heavier. And apart from the resilience, the other key point of difference right now is the price. The original NB 10000 Gen 2 is around £60 or dollars, and the new Carbo is around £100 or dollars, and that £40 or dollar difference is probably where the decision will be made. So when it comes to value and to a small extent size and weight, then my recommendation will be to go for the original. But when it comes to looks and toughness, then the win goes to the Carbo. And my guess is that the Carbo will eventually replace the original, so you might not have that choice for long. This is the new Nitecore MT2C Pro, and it's what this light doesn't have which makes it special. And when it comes to flashlights or torches, you'll often find me explaining 4 or 5 different light levels with moonlight, turbo and strobe, and perhaps SOS and a beacon and a hefty operation manual which needs learning. And don't get me wrong, all of these features have their place, but you don't get any of that with this light, and I really like it. And what you'll have here, apart from Nitecore quality, is simplicity. For a start, you have a single guarded tail switch, and that avoids accidental activation in your bag and also allows for tail standing, which means you can point this at a roof to light up a space. And when it comes to the operation, you just press the tail switch, and it can be a momentary press or a full click on, and it comes on at the brightest level. Press it again and it drops to the lowest level, and that's it. Just 2 practical light levels. You don't need a manual and you don't need to remember how it works, you just know. And you never forget what light level you are on, because it's obvious. Low is 50 lumens, which will get you about in most situations, with a quoted range of 95 meters, which will equate to about a quarter of that in real world use, which is fine. And that has a quoted runtime of a very impressive 28 hours. Then when you need to light up something ahead, a single press will get you to the high 1800 lumen output from the UHI 20 LED in here, and a quoted range of 520 meters, which is impressive for a light of this size. Again, the same distance rules apply. And at this level, you get a quoted duration of around 2 hours, although do expect a drop off in power within the first minute or so. Looking around the light, we have this great grip, a hard anodized finish, and an optical glass lens, and a really good fixed belt or pocket clip. And with the production version of this, you also get a lanyard, although I didn't get one of those with this early sample. This is lightweight at 114 grams or 4 ounces and has an IP rating of 68, making this fully waterproof. Inside you can see we have a Nitecore 18650 battery with a very impressive 3600 milliamp hour capacity. Now you rarely see above 3000 milliamp hour with this battery type. And it has a built-in USB-C charging socket, which means there is no need for an external charging socket, which would need protecting from water and dirt, and that avoids a potential point of failure. So great quality, great battery life, impressive range, lightweight, very practical and brilliantly simple. And as for the price, that is pretty good too, at around £60 or dollars. I have here a Minimalist wallet from a company I've not come across before called Trove, and they're based in the UK, where they've been manufacturing since 2011. Now everything they make is handmade in the UK, and that means they can offer a high level of customization, and they offer 3 different designs with a vast range of color choices and materials, as you can see with a quick look at their website. The materials used include a quality Italian elastic and a vegetable tanned full grain leather, along with various vegan friendly options too. The one I have here to show you is the original Trove wallet, and you have here effectively 3 pockets, and this elasticated construction means you can fit an awful lot of cards in here, but for me I like to keep things super compact, so this is what I generally carry. I've got here my main credit card, which I have on its own for easy access, and then I have a backup credit card and also a bank card. Then in the top here I've got a driving license, a wallet finder card, and also some cash for emergencies, and that adds up to a very compact wallet. And interestingly, you can also turn this wallet inside out like this, and what you have now is just one big pocket that will take pretty much everything with room to spare, and then that leaves a couple of pockets, one on each side, where you could store a bit of cash and maybe some receipts. And Trove also do a version of the same wallet with what they call a Swift tag, and that allows quick and easy access to your most used card. And as you can see, this one has the John Gadget logo printed on it, which is another customization option from Trove, and you can choose one of their designs or you can upload your own. And if you usually like to carry more cash or coins, then you should check out their cash wrap and coin caddy wallets designed specifically with that in mind. So a clever and compact design, which when combined with a vast array of colors, materials and customization options, makes this pretty unique. And as for the price, you're looking at around £30 or dollars, depending on your choice of materials, which makes this great value too. And then finally, I wanted to highlight a leather goods company based in Istanbul in Turkey. And this is a family business who put their heart and soul into what they do, and their leather goods are beautifully handmade and surprisingly affordable. Now, they have a huge range of stationery, leather goods and accessories, and if you are a note taker or a writer, you should definitely check them out. Now, I have a couple of examples here, but they do have a vast range on their website and they ship all over the world, and everything arrives beautifully packaged. Don't expect next day delivery though, but some things are worth waiting for. Now, this is a traveler's notebook cover, handmade from vegetable tanned leather, unstitched, rustic, simple and functional, with elastic cords to hold your favourite notebook refills in place, such as the Moleskine or Lecterm or Galen have their own range of refills too. And to give you an idea of the cost, this comes in at just £23 or $29. I also have a stitched leather fountain pen case here, and this very nice heavy brass vintage inspired tape measure. And if you want to see more from Galen Leather, I'll put a website link in the description. Okay, that's it for this roundup. And if you like this type of content, I'll put a budget product selection link right here for you to click on, which I think you might like. I'll leave it there. Have a great day, and thank you, as always, for watching.